there is a Kidfluencer. I say is because Kidfluencer Lil Tay is not dead, despite the fact that yesterday rumors circulated and a letter from the family circulated around Instagram and various news outlets that influencer Lil Tay had passed away. This is not the case.
There's
it was
a $20
hoax.
one.
Okay, sorry. We just got this one from Patriot American. He said, "What's that comic's name? He's a straight up bro."
Let's. Did they list it in there?
I don't know.
I don't see it listed in there. Does anybody know? Ask the chat. We might be able to crowdsource this one and figure it out. But if somebody knows, let them know, because I didn't know the name of him.
Anyway, Lil Tay's parents earlier today reportedly posted an announcement that she passed away, along with her brother, who is also actually alive. And journalists just kind of took this and ran with it. Yeah. Here's what this statement says. "It is with a heavy heart that we share the devastating news of our beloved Claire's sudden and tragic passing. We have no words to express the unbearable loss and indescribable pain. This outcome was entirely unexpected and has left us all in shock. Her brother's passing adds an even more unimaginable depth to our grief." Just thinking about the fact that this was written by an Instagram hacker takes the weight out of it for me. "During this time of immense sorrow, we kindly ask for privacy as we grieve this overwhelming loss, as the circumstances surrounding Claire and her brother's passing are still under investigation. Claire will forever remain in our hearts, her absence leaving an irreplaceable void that will be felt by all who knew and loved her."
Yep.
So people went to the coroners and the police force in both Vancouver and LA, the places where they think she might live. None of them were aware of any investigation, of any death, nothing. And there was also no record of her brother dying either.
Yep.
And her
Also,
name is not Claire.
Yeah.
Her legal name is Tay.
Yep.
Tay Tien. And journalists just kind of picked this up and started calling her Claire Hope. That is not her name.
Do you want to explain to people who she is?
Yeah, a lot of you guys knew who she was when this came out yesterday.
There was several people in the chat who mentioned,
because she, back in like 2017, 2018, this little girl blew up on the internet, unfortunately through a lot of adults promoting her. She was 9 years old and she was like this hype beast, child rapper, child influencer. She would like walk around with like chains on and designer clothes and hold up money to her face like this.
that was her thing.
Yeah. And she would use like adult language. All of her videos were just like it was made by an adult rapper or something, and people thought,
So
like,
it was a novelty.
does she have some kind of momager behind the scenes who's forcing her to do this? Is it her older brother who is forcing her to do this? Because obviously no 9-year-old would be doing this by choice, and if they were, they wouldn't have the resources to like push themselves out there as like an influencer while doing it. And she became associated with actual like established musicians like XXXTentacion. She was talking with Lil Pump. She was like getting pictures with all of these actually famous people playing into it, which made it even weirder and more sinister. And then she just kind of disappeared off the internet in 2018. And now she's 14 years old.
Yes.
She's not dead. And this announcement that she died came completely out of nowhere.
And there was a brutal custody battle.
Yeah, there was a custody battle for her between her brother and her parents. Yep. And that was confirmed. That's real. She changed her YouTube bio at the time in 2018 to "help me." There were a lot of suspicious things going on legitimately back then that we still have unanswered questions about. But this morning, we legitimately thought that like either her parents murdered her or she, you know, I don't know. They're trying to use her death to like erase her from existence, like fake her death for some unknown reason.
And we live in an age now, unfortunately, where you have to actually ask whether that's a real
Worse things have
possibility.
happened to child stars.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, I found it believable at the time. I don't know who is like that interested in Lil Tay in 2023 to go ahead and hack her Instagram account and fake her death.
But it's also interesting because the dad, they got a hold of the dad at work and he wouldn't confirm or deny it.
Yeah, the dad wouldn't confirm or deny the claims that she died. Her ex-manager wouldn't confirm or deny the claims that she died. And her ex-manager even went to a personal psychic who read her energy and said that the reports of her death were suspicious. It said, when I look at the messages, I don't sense any soul crossing the line to another dimension.
Good.
I pick up something very not real about that statement. Thank you.
Shocking.
Miss Psychic, for that information.
Good
Shocking,
grief.
I tell you. But it just doesn't seem like she really has any close friends to corroborate.
And I'm sure that
anything.
life, when you've been turned into a public figure by your family, is extremely lonely.
Yeah, there were even people trying to cash in on clout from this fake news. People who knew her back when she was 9 years old, when they were adults, posting old pictures of them together, like, oh, I lost one of my closest friends today. You clearly haven't spoken to this person in 5 years, and it's, once again, this is still a child.
And it's still a reasonable question to ask, was this a PR stunt? Was this publicity related?
I feel like nowadays that's always a reasonable question to ask.
You have to ask this question, especially when the means in which she got fame through her family was already something that people found distasteful.
Yeah.
That a lot of people found distasteful. Like the way her family paraded her around.
I really think that we need to have regulation around child influencers the way that we have regulation to protect child stars that are
Actors.
in traditional acting roles.
How would you even be able to do that? I mean, it would be very hard to legislate something like that. But at the end of the day, what it is, it proves what you were saying the other day, that people love a slow motion car wreck, and that's what a lot of people saw. You know, between the language and the
at least when it's someone like FouseyTube, who is a grown ass man who should know better, who is on a self-destructive path, he's getting called out and ignoring all of the people
this
calling
is more
him out.
sinister.
That, like, at least you can chuckle to yourself and say, okay, that's well deserved.
Yep.
If he's bringing his own misfortune upon himself. But this kid didn't deserve for any of this to happen. And at 9 years old, you can't possibly understand the gravity of becoming a public figure and an influencer and a rapper and hanging out with a bunch of adults.
Okay,
To do very adult things and sing about very adult things.
I just read, somebody in the chat says Lil Tay was launching a crypto token today, and that this was all a marketing push. There is an article here from 2 hours ago. Did Lil Tay fake own death to promote crypto coin launch?
I hope so.
It says they're more angry than relieved after the controversial child rapper took to social media to declare that she and her brother were not dead. And now this article is basically saying, that says, instead of celebrating the fact that the teen influencer is completely fine, fans were outraged and starting to speculating that the whole thing was an attempt by Tay and her family to promote her cryptocurrency, which launches on Thursday.
That's so sick.
That is unbelievably disturbing.
That's actually sick.
This says they faked Tay's death for a Lil Tay crypto coin, bruh. What the F? All right, before the launch of Lil Tay crypto coin, nah, better not touch that. We live in a horrible. So like, again, I just found this article.
You also like launching a cryptocurrency at this stage in the game. You kind of missed the train, but
Kinda.
Yeah, it's like announcing your NFTs.
And again, this isn't.
Like,
this is very likely nothing to do with her and everything to do with her evil family.
It
Adults.
still seems like she's
maybe.
taking the back seat here, and other people are in control.
Yes.
Dude.
Dude.
You know, even sicker is that back when people thought she was dead, they didn't feel sympathy for her or her family, because when she was 9 years old, she was canceled for saying the N-word.
Oh yeah.
This one tweet said, I went from knowing nothing about this little girl to finding out there might be a conspiracy where her parents are faking her death to finding out she was slinging around the N-word at 9, and now I don't care. And then someone responded, I can't believe you're actually on here with your real name and face and career saying you don't care if a kid died because she said the N-word when she was 9. Perfect example of Twitter brain rot.
9
years old.
Dumb child.
9 as in no in German.
Yeah, 9 is in
No.
no in German. Like, but that's she was a child.
Like,
saying
you're actually
edgy things. Like to wish death on even like Tay, who's now, what is she, like 17? They said
14.
She's 14.
14. So even now, child like a child.
Even if she said it now, or if she said it 5 years from now, I don't care.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't care anyway.
You shouldn't wish death on people.
No.
There's a $20 there chat there from Richie Holt with no message, but thank you, Richie.
Thank you.
Thank you. I pulled up the information on the they're not able, like, all the stuff related to the coin is like going to it's not working, so I don't know if they're gonna pull it or something.
Is
it
the crypto
fake?
itself isn't working?
Okay, here it is. I'm gonna put it on the screen here. There we go.
Like the blockchain itself
So
isn't
this is
working.
the Bit Times. It says Lil Tay. Lil Tay is a cryptocurrency deployed on Binance Smart Chain. So it's on Ethereum.
Well, maybe somebody else launched it and just named it after her.
Date deployed August 10th, but today's the 10th. So it's not. Oh, it is Thursday. Never mind. I'm just stupid.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that's evil. I mean, assuming that's the reason this was done, that's evil, right?
If it were her parents,
Yep.
or just some other random person who noticed that her name was trending and wanted to name a crypto after her.
Yeah, like not good. I mean, is that something that people do? Is that something that somebody would do? Like somebody not would they be able to launch a coin in her name?
I mean, it's not.
It's not like
well,
it's,
I
it's not like
mean-
it's copyrighted.
Trademarked?
Copyrighted.
Yeah, she'd have to deal with, like, likeness and stuff like that, and if she's copyrighted her name and stuff. So, but that would be something she'd have to go ahead and check on. And if it's a cryptocurrency, I mean, it's unlikely that it's done in the U.S. I would imagine, because a lot of the cryptocurrencies that are, that would get, or at least my impression of cryptocurrencies that would ask Lil Tay to sponsor their cryptocurrency makes me, or is my impression is that they're not exactly the most high quality
Of people?
of cryptocurrencies. I'm not sure what the crypto does or what the gimmick about the crypto, if it does
But the
anything, or
people
if it's
launching
just-
it are probably it's a gimmick.
Yeah, and they're probably not from the U.S. because the SEC's really been cracking down on that kind of stuff. And I don't know where Tay's from, so I mean, I don't even know if she's from the U.S. or not. But
She's from Canada.
she's from Canada. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what the laws are, but if your cryptocurrency wants Lil Tay to sponsor it,
It's
Lil Tay.
it's a very, very disturbing situation. We'll have to wait and see what comes of.
She is famous for being obnoxious, right? That's
Yes.
kind of the whole deal. Yeah.
Do you want to watch some of her videos
No.
on Instagram?
No, we need
Some people don't know who this girl is.
Does she have, like? Is she currently still? Has she been doing stuff? Because, like, I know.
For the past 5 years, she's been totally silent.
Here's
Okay.
an old clip from 2018.
What's up, Lil Tay? How you doing? Hey, I like those headphones. I heard you got $1 million deal for
This
these
is so
headphones.
creepy.
True?
Yeah, you already know what it is. Lil Tay be closing $1 million deals.
Really?
Why you asking, bro?
Well, I just
You behind on your rent?
I am actually. Let me ask you, like, Tekashi 69 got dropped from this. What do you think
Lil
about?
Tay rich ain't finna get richer, bitch.
Fantastic. Thank you, miss.
That's her thing. That was her thing. So,
How can the adults in a child's life like enable that type of behavior?
because there's too much money to be
it's
made.
so fucking evil.
Because there's so much money to be made. It's plain. How do you guys feel about kid influencers in general? Like, or even like
Outlaw it.
Like even not just that, but family, like family YouTube channels and stuff like
It's
that.
honestly worse. Yeah.
The family YouTube channels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've been exposed in the past. Like, it's almost entirely something that ends in disaster.
There was just a story the other day about I can't even remember what it was about now, but it was like some kid that was like 4 years old who's got like a YouTube channel that makes like millions of dollars.
like a toy
year.
review
Yeah, it's like a toy
channel?
review channel, right? And
He's 4.
he's like 4
Yeah.
or 5 or something like that, and it's like. Am I supposed to buy that the parents are going to have his best interest at heart when he decides like one day I don't want to make toy reviews anymore?
His name is Ryan's Toy Review or
Yeah.
Ryan's World.
Yeah.
And yeah, his mom would just sit him in front of a camera and he would just unbox toys and play with toys.
God. I mean,
And other children would watch this because the algorithm feeds it to them.
Yeah.
And money.
And she said in interviews, the mom said like the day he doesn't want to do it anymore, we'll stop. I'm like, maybe.
Okay, but
But-
does he know how to communicate that to you when
Yeah.
the only way he receives praise and adulation from you
Yep.
is by making you money?
It's not Ryan's toy
Like-
reviews. It's somebody else that I was looking at recently. There wasn't somebody in the U.S., but I can't remember who it was. But Ryan's.
Well, I guess
toy,
there are multiple parents
Yeah.
on this grift, so
Yeah, it's not uncommon, but there's a bunch of them. But yeah, the story for Lil Tay is almost more depressing, given that the custody stuff, the fact that everyone believes that her brother's the one that pushed her to start talking like this and basically turned her into a media spectacle.
made
And
her a
that's-
monster.
And that's disturbing. And then you have to deal with the Twitter backlash from absolute psychopaths who claim that a 9-year-old deserves to have bad things happen to them because they said a word you don't like, because you're mentally stunted, because Twitter has rotted your brain to its core. Like, why would anyone want that for their children? Like, I mean, I understand a parent's instinct that they're like, look, not many kids get this opportunity to be able to secure their future. You know, like they're going to be able to pay for their college. They're going to be
no
able
amount
to,
of money is worth
Yeah.
this. No.
It's scary. Like, but you understand that it's the same path that so many parents went down who basically sold their kids off to Hollywood.
Yep.
And things don't really change.
Yeah.
There's a $20 one there from Jake Dean.
Jake Dean said, "Knobhead here again." I can't,
Got
it's
it?
not. It's not.
Oh, it says
Showing
knob
up.
here again. Knobhead here again. Thanks, Brett. Your words mean a lot to me. Mr. Labonte, are you playing the UK anytime soon?
No, we do not have any tours booked for the rest of this year, so it wouldn't be till next year. So.
This calling has been my alarm for 10 years. Oh, this calling has been my alarm for 10 years. Crazy that screaming fella is also the anti-government guy I relate to.
Yeah, the government kind of sucks.
It does. It does in a lot of ways, right?
Yeah.
That's the whole point of going on IRL, is say the media is awful and the government sucks.
Yeah.
Exactly. Reiterate your point. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. We won't be launching our own crypto coin anytime soon, that's for sure. We should do that. PCC coin.
It's too late.
It's too late. We've missed the boat. We could make our own crypto coin and NFT package we could sell people.
Don't do NFTs, but pop culture coin might be able to do something.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.